Hello, everybody. Sunday, again, as promised. I promised a Sabal Sunday Part 2. Myself and my boys, we just took off about, I would say, at least 10,000 seeds off of Sabal Louisiana that we got today. We probably broadcast about 5,000 of those out in our woods all over the place. So we'll see what happens in the next year or two. But also got about two gallon sized bags full of seeds that have to be husked and planted. Anyways, after we did that, I figured I need to do part 2 of this update. So I'm going to have my middle son, Conrad, come over here and tell you guys what palm you're looking at.
This is Sabal Louisiana.
Can you go over there, Conrad, and show him how big it is? So, Conrad, how old are you?
7.
7 years old. We got this thing from a buddy in Maryland. Got this thing right after the freeze. So, planted it in March of 2021. It was probably strap leaf still. I think I have some pictures somewhere. This thing was small. And I gotta tell you, this thing's a rocket. Doesn't get covered up, doesn't need it, looks great. You can see, there's Conrad. Say hi, Conrad.
Hi.
And then there's Theo. This thing you could see is beginning on the trunk to get the little papery stuff down there. I would probably guess this thing is 5 years old at this point. But you can see it grew through the cold weather, separated, getting 2 spears at a time. This thing's starting to really crank out some size here. They're pretty big fronds, and my kids can hide behind them. That's how big this thing is getting. It's actually amazing how much size it's getting, like horizontal size. Even just from 5 months ago or at the beginning of this year, it just seems like it's spread out so much. And what's really nice, again, is, hopefully you can hear me because of the wind. What's really nice is this is one of those ones where, I mean, our zone and above, this thing is bulletproof. Like, you literally never have to worry about this thing. I've got one up front that was planted probably 5 months, 6 months, 7 months later, in the fall. And you could tell noticeable difference, like not even close. And I think part of that is that our clay and our wet underground river that we have, pretty much once you dig about a foot or so down, it's just watery clay that comes from our house, because we sit on this hill, and so the water just goes underground all the way down to that massive incline down there, and it ends up all down there. So there's just a ton of water always running up over here. But again, as you can see, this thing's a beauty. And even actually, I'll appreciate it now, even from over like a week ago. This thing looks really big, horizontal. I'm surprised. Easily 3-4 feet or so side to side. Oh, don't hug it, Theo. There you go. He hugged it, and it just pops right back out. That's how these prehistoric fronds are. They're just so hard, and they're just so big. I love these things. So I hope to have a couple thousand of these in seedlings over in time, after I just collected a metric ton of seeds today. So just wanted to do a Sabal Sunday update. I decided today was the day that we did it on the Louisiana. So that's our, I'm going to call it 5-year-old Louisiana, now beginning to get some size. So give you one last look at the trunk. It's got some size to it. It's looking thick. No seeds, not yet. But it's got 2 spears coming out at once. That's what Conrad tells me. He's noticing that. He's going to show you. There's 1, then there's 2. And these were coming out all throughout the freeze that we just had. And as you can tell, there is no color difference, nothing. This thing's a beauty, guys. So I think truly, as people even north of us understand, this is a great palm to have. And I have a couple of these throughout our property. So everybody have a great day. Like, subscribe, and I look forward to our next update. See you, everybody.